Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by to check out this What's for Dinner video. I have found a few delicious recipes that I am dying to share with you guys. So let's just get right into today's video. You are gonna love these recipes. They're super simple, easy, and perfect for this cozy fall weather. So this first meal that I decided to make, I needed it to be easy. I had fussy kids and I love a good I think I'm saying that right, naan bread pizza. Look at me trying to figure this out. This is like Tetris, but not a very good version. Anyways, I finally got it. This is super simple. I'm using a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to season it, some pizza sauce, cheese, top it with whatever you want. You stick it in the oven at about 450 degrees. And when it comes out, it is just delicious, super cheap, super easy. It's a crowd pleaser. Your family will eat it. I will just let you guys listen to some music and watch this. And of course, as always, I'll leave the recipe or the link to where I found it in the description box below. Make sure if you guys want a really good laugh, you stick around to the end because I had some really good footage that I cut out. But for you diehards that want a good laugh, stick around and you won't be disappointed. Once you have whatever toppings you choose to put on it, you're gonna put it in the oven 450 for about 15 minutes and it comes out perfect, simple, easy, such a yummy dinner. I love this one. It's a go-to. We make it quite often around here. Next up was my lasagna soup that I make in the Instant Pot. This is a go-to when I have all the ingredients, which most people do have it on hand in their pantry. Super easy, super simple. It comes together very quickly. I love that you can do it all in one pan. So I'm starting off with some ground beef and I am seasoning it with some salt and pepper and I'm going to let that brown in the pan. Once I got this in the pan and starting to brown, I'm gonna add some onion and let that finish cooking. When it's all done, I'm gonna drain the excess grease and then add some garlic to cook for about 45 seconds to a minute before we start adding in all the sauce. Okay, so this next step you can skip if you don't like heat. I love it. So I'm adding just a dash or half the bottle of crushed red peppers, and you are going to add an entire jar of spaghetti sauce, whichever you choose, and then add in 1 can of tomato sauce and an entire box of beef broth. Now this is the not so fun part, but you break up a half a package of lasagna noodles and by the end of this your fingers are pretty sore. I mean, I underestimate the strength of those suckers, but you get it done, you get it all in there, give it a good stir to make sure nothing is sticking together or stuck on the bottom. You're gonna pop your lid on and make sure that it's in the sealing position and you are gonna pressure cook for just 5 minutes and then do a quick release on that. And as you can see, the noodles and everything are cooked to perfection. Now I'm going to be adding in about 1 cup of ricotta cheese while this is still piping hot. Just helps dissolve it all in there. Just let that sit for 5 minutes or so after giving it a stir and then you get to serve it. I'm going to top mine with a little bit of pepper jack cheese, some parsley, and then I'm going to eat a delicious, lovely piece of Texas toast on the side. You guys, I cannot even begin to tell you how much you need to make this recipe. I found it on Jessica O'Donoghue's channel, and I will link that video in my description box below. But holy smokes, you won't be mad at it. You could start off with about 2 cups of chicken. I'm using I'm using rotisserie chicken just because I was lazy, and 1 can of a cream of chicken, and you are going to mix this all together really well. And then you're going to be adding in the star ingredient, which is this Italian dressing mix. Add it in there, mix it all together, again making sure it's really mixed well. You don't want to bite into any big chunks of that seasoning. Okay, now that that is all mixed together, we are going to go ahead and add in about 1 cup of sour cream and 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. And again, mix this all together really well. And then we're going to get it into I think mine is like an 8 by 11 baking dish, but really you can use whatever size you have on hand. Now what you're going to want to do is grab a package of croutons, whatever flavor that you like, and you are going to roughly chop them up. You definitely want some big pieces in there. It gave it a crunch. And oh my gosh, you guys, I want to make this again right now. Just watching this while I edit. Oh, it's heavenly. It really, really is. I served mine over egg noodles, but you could have done mashed potatoes or rice or whatever you wanted. It is so stinking good. Oh my gosh, I can't rave about it enough. Anyways, go ahead and make sure you guys give this one a try. I know you guys are going to love it. Okay, this next recipe is from the same video that I will be linking down below by Jessica. And this one was also a crowd pleaser. I had a lot of company coming over, and boy was I glad to see and hear that they were coming over. So I said, let me whip this up, and everybody that ate it really seemed to love it. I had some too, and it was absolutely delicious. Anyways, that is enough babbling. I am starting off with 1 pound of ground beef, salt, pepper, and some minced onion. I'm going to let this brown, drain the excess grease, and then I'm adding in 1 can of spaghetti sauce to that. I am going to get a pot of water on the stove to start boiling for egg noodles to add together. And this just comes together so fast, you guys. It's so easy. Add that in there. Don't drop your bag in the water like I just did. Anyways, nobody was harmed in the making of this video. But those are done, and now here comes the best part. Oh my goodness. You're gonna end up using that entire container of cottage cheese. I was gonna use half, and then I realized I needed it creamier. So the entire package of cottage cheese, about 1.5 cups of the sour cream. I added in a tablespoon of garlic. And yes, right here, I'm going back and adding more because it just wasn't ooey gooey enough for me. So now that we have done that, we are going to just really mix this all together. We're gonna layer this up with our meat sauce that we made, and then we're going to top it with cheese. It's really that easy, that simple. So hearty, so cozy, so delicious. It's a perfect fall casserole to bring to any gathering or crowd. Everybody will love it, I promise. Okay, if you guys were looking to serve this immediately, you're gonna pop it in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes. However, I'm gonna cover mine up and wait till closer to dinner time. But I am going to show you when I take it out of the oven, The cheese is so melty and some of the edges are kind of crunchy and delicious. It almost tastes like macaroni and cheese, but with a lasagna flair. I don't know how to explain it. It's really, really delicious. And everybody, even picky eaters at my house, loved it. So I also wanted to serve dessert, and I had a can of biscuits and a can of apple pie filling. And I said, you know what, let's get creative and just make something here. So I am going to stuff these biscuits with this apple pie filling, crimp the edges, butter them down. And by butter them down, I mean like bathe them like a full-on bath in butter, and then sprinkle a generous, liberal amount of cinnamon and sugar on top. And I baked these in the oven for about 15 minutes. And these were so stinking good and so easy. I definitely want to be more creative with biscuits right now, because all I am dreaming about is like Nutella and peanut butter filled biscuits. So that might be something that I do next. But as you can see here, I am just bathing them in butter, because what am I going to do with butter that I melted? I made too much. They're going on. So once that was done, cinnamon, sugar, it made it like slightly crunchy, like caramelized on top. It was so delicious. And as you will see here in a second, Clyde wants some so bad. He's got his sticky little fingers up there, just dying to get his paws on that cinnamon and sugar. But he didn't get any. He did get to try on one of these little apple fritter biscuit thingy-majig bobs that I created here. But give these guys a shot if you have them sticking around in your fridge. Oh my gosh, so stinking good. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button before you go. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Look at that pizza. It looks so delicious. Those luscious lots of cheese. The gorgeous mozzarella.
I want it longer. I want it harder. I want it longer and harder.